Well, welcome back. The new season of NBC's The Biggest Loser is set to start in September, but already the network is looking for contestants for the next round of shows, and they're coming here to Austin for a casting call. Joining us now, Holland Weathers, the casting director of the show, and O'Neal Hampton, who is one of the contestants, former contestants, much thinner now as well. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, Holland, let's start with you. What are you looking for when you go to these cities to do the casting call?
Well, this season we're looking for both individuals and couples, or teams of two, that have at least 85 pounds to lose. In the past it's been 100 pounds. We did lower it a little bit to 85 for those that have that much to lose. We're looking for people that are very charismatic, have a great personality, people that we can look at and tell they're really ready to make a life change, not just want to be on television, that are really dedicated, because these people are working out 6 to 8 hours a day, so they really have to be ready to make a change.
Yeah. And O'Neal, why you mentioned what contestants really need to be ready for, because you may want to be on TV, you may want to lose the weight, but it seems like there's a lot more to it too.
It is. You have to have the physical change you want and the mental change as well, because both those, you need the skill and the will to be successful at this. Holland cast me a year and a half ago, and she literally saved my life. The show saved my life, and this is exactly what we're here doing. Be yourself, know what you want, and know what you want to do afterwards. Keep it off.
Yeah. How much did you weigh before you went on the show?
My highest weight was 420 pounds. My highest weight. And after the show, I lost 159 on the show and a little bit since I left.
And there's the picture of you from before.
Oh,
look at that. Wow. And so, like you said, you were being yourself during the casting call, but you know, what were they asking? What were they wanting to know about you when you were going through it?
Well, Holland, she asked me a question that hit me right between the eyes. Why do you want to do this? And that was so important. And I guess I never thought about it until she asked that question, and it resonated. All the things, my quality of life, my family, my health, all these things resonated. And that's when it really connected in my heart as well as my head. Why did I want to change? I am so glad she asked me that. And that's a true feeling. I mean, you can't hide emotion. You can't have that kind of emotion. If you do, you definitely don't want to be on the show. Yeah. It's persons who really seeking a change in their life, who really needs a change in their life. That's what we're looking for.
Well, and how many people you wind up going through to cast, what, 10 in the end? So
yeah, at the casting call, it's nowhere near like American Idol style crowds, so there will probably only be somewhere between 200 and 500 people, and we'll get to see everybody that comes to meet us before 6 tomorrow. From there, we'll narrow it down to a select few that we'll do one-on-one interviews with the rest of the week. And then from there, if the producers love them, then 16 and 18 lucky people from across the country will make the show.
Wow. And how do you really know that this is going to be the person? Because you're not only casting because you're hoping these people will do well and lose weight, but you're obviously casting because you want viewers to be engaged with them. People are going to relate to them. So how do you wind up knowing these are the right people? You
know, I mean, I've been doing this 9 seasons, so I have a pretty good knack for picking great people like O'Neal. But it is hard to tell. You are taking a gamble, because somebody that you might think is going to be great ends up, you know, wanting to leave early or something like that, unfortunately. But, you know, if you look at them and they really have the desire to do it, and they're rootable and likable, and you can tell immediately that America's going to fall in love with them, then I've done my job.
Well, and O'Neal, we always hear about folks, you know, saying it changed my life and everything, but going through the process, what do people coming into the show really need to understand about how your life is going to change, not only in the future, but during the whole process, because you are taken away from your family and your life and your job?
And that's a good point. To me, it was a short-term loss for a long-term gain, and that's exactly what it was. Yes, I was away from my family, but now I'm able to be with them a lot longer that I got healthy. I wouldn't have been with them weighing 400 pounds with bad knees. I wouldn't have been with them long. So that is a transformation. And also, you have to be willing to make the change. You have to peel off all the layers. They get it. And believe me, being 400 pounds is a byproduct of something else going wrong in your life. Nobody want to weigh 400
And you
pounds.
lost 170, right?
Yes, I did.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. All right, we want to talk about where you can audition for the casting call. It is Saturday, tomorrow, from 10 until 6 at the Long Center for Performing Arts. And anybody over 85 pounds, you said?
Over 85 and over 18 years old.
Over 18 years old, welcome to come out. Thank you both for coming in. This was really interesting to talk to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.